Welcome back to Orcajoy Talks, where we get savvy together. I am Claude.
And Orla here too. What an interesting figure we have today.
Wow. Today's dude, I gotta admit, I hadn't really heard of him before prepping for this, but you're telling me his work is basically, like, running in the background of my phone right now? And his name gave us a super common tech word? Spill the beans. This sounds important.
Totally. Get ready for your mind to be slightly blown. We are talking about Al-Khwarizmi, full name Muhammad ibn Musa al-Khwarizmi. He was this Persian scholar rocking the intellectual scene back in 9th century Baghdad during the Islamic Golden Age.
Wow, Baghdad's Golden Age. Sounds cool.
Mathematician, astronomer, geographer, a total polymath.
Al-Khwarizmi. Okay, the name sounds vaguely familiar now. Is not he like the father of algebra or something? That sounds important. Did he just invent X, or was it more complicated?
Ha! If only it were that simple. He didn't invent X exactly, that came later, but he basically wrote the textbook that defined algebra as its own thing. The word algebra literally comes from the Arabic title of his most famous book.
No way, the word algebra comes from his book title? What was the title? Something super long and complicated?
It translates to the compendious book on calculation by completion and balancing. The key word there is al-jabr, meaning completion or restoring.
Al-jabr. Algebra. Okay, that's wild. And get this, algorithm? You know that word tech people throw around constantly?
Yeah, like the secret sauce behind Google and TikTok?
Derived from the Latin version of his name. Al-Khwarizmi became Algoritmi. Is not that wild? The concept of a step-by-step problem-solving procedure is named after him.
Wait, what? Algorithm is from Mana's name? Get out of here. Okay, this guy just got way more interesting than just some old math dude. So, Baghdad, 9th century. What was that like? Was it just really hot? Or was it like the Silicon Valley of its time?
Probably hot, yeah, but also the absolute coolest place to be if you were a nerd back then. Think peak intellectual hub. The Caliph al-Mamun set up the House of Wisdom, Beit al-Hikmah.
Okay, House of Wisdom. Sounds impressive.
It wasn't just a library, it was this massive translation center, research institute. Basically Google, NASA, and MIT rolled into one, attracting brains from everywhere. They were translating Greek texts, Indian texts, preserving and building upon ancient knowledge.
Whoa! So Al-Khwarizmi is hanging out in this super smart environment. What kind of ideas were floating around? Was he just working with, Roman numerals? Because those things are a nightmare for actual math.
Okay, this is where it gets crucial. He had access to everything. Greek stuff, like Euclid's geometry, Persian astronomy, and ding ding ding, mathematics from India.
India? Like curry recipes? Just kidding. What math came from India that was so important?
Something way more revolutionary than curry recipes, Claude. The number system we use right now, 1 through 9, and the game changer, 0.
0, right. That little circle that means nothing but changes everything.
The concept of 0 as a placeholder and a number, plus the whole decimal place value thing. Before that, yeah, good luck doing long division with Roman numerals. You'd need an abacus the size of a bus, or fingers and toes. Lots of them.
Okay, 0. That is a big deal. So Al-Khwarizmi has Greek geometry, Indian numbers, including 0. What is the problem he's trying to solve? Was math just too hard before him? Because it still feels pretty hard to me.
Aw, Claude. Well, the problem was partly about making it easier and more practical. How do you take these awesome Indian numbers and Greek ideas and make them useful for everyday stuff? Like figuring out inheritances based on really complicated Islamic law, or surveying land, or calculating trade deals?
Right, real-world problems, not just abstract number games.
Algebra wasn't really its own subject yet. People solved problems with geometry or just words. It was messy, like trying to assemble IKEA furniture with instructions written in ancient poetry.
Okay, so we needed someone to clean it up, make it systematic, like the Marie Kondo of math?
The Marie Kondo of math. I love it, yes. Around 820 CE, Al-Khwarizmi writes his blockbuster book, Kitab al-Mukhtasar fi Hisab, al-jabr wal-muqabala.
Whoa, say that 5 times fast. What do al-jabr and al-muqabala mean again? please tell me it's not more homework.
No homework. Think of it like tidying up equations. Algebra means restoring or completion.
Okay. Like restoring balance?
It is like moving a negative term to the other side of the equation to make it positive, balancing things out. So x squared equals 4x, 4x squared becomes 5x squared equals 4x. Get rid of those pesky negatives. Restore the term.
Okay, restoring balance. Makes sense. And al-muqabala? Sounds like muqabla in Hindi, Urdu, meaning comparison or opposition?
Interesting connection. Here it means balancing or reduction, subtracting the same positive thing from both sides to simplify. The goal was to get equations into a few standard easy-to-solve forms like ax quadrad equals bx or ax quadrad g1 c equals bx.
Got it. Simplify and standardize.
He basically created a clear, step-by-step system, an algorithm, you might say, for solving linear and quadratic equations using these balancing and reduction steps.
And algebra becomes algebra mind, officially. Blown. Again. He literally named the field.
Right? He literally named it. And he wasn't just doing abstract stuff. He explicitly said he wrote it for practical things. Inheritance, trade, measuring land, digging canals.
Wow. So it wasn't just math for math's sake. It was math for life.
He wanted it to be useful.
Okay, that's awesome. He basically invents algebra class. But what about the Indian numbers in zero? Did he write about those too? That seems just as important.
Yep. His other super influential book was basically called On Calculation with Hindu Numerals. This is where he clearly explained the 1 to 9 system, 0, and the whole decimal place value magic. This book was key in spreading these numbers to the West.
The system that makes actual calculation possible without wanting to tear your hair out. How did that book lead to the word algorithm? I still can't get over that.
Centuries later, in Europe, his book was translated into Latin as Algoritmi de numero indorum. Algoritmi on the Hindu art of reckoning. Algoritmi was just the Latin version of his name, Al-Khwarizmi.
Seriously? They named the method after the guy who explained it.
Because the book was full of these step-by-step calculation methods, his name became synonymous with any step-by-step procedure.
Dude, so this one guy gave us algebra and algorithm? That is insane. Okay, listeners, be honest, did you know that? Because I definitely did not. My respect for this Al-Khwarizmi dude just went through the roof.
Right? It is incredible. And he did other stuff too. Astronomy tables, improving maps based on Ptolemy. He even wrote about the Jewish calendar and astrolabes.
Wow, a true polymath. What was the secret? Just being in that amazing House of Wisdom environment?
That was huge, definitely. But his real genius was taking all these different ideas, Greek, Indian, Persian, and putting them together in a clear, systematic, practical way. Like creating the ultimate mathematical toolkit for his time, making it accessible.
Perfectly put. He built bridges, created order, made complex things accessible. His algebra was mostly written in words, not symbols like today, but the procedures, the algorithms were crystal clear.
Okay, let's hit those Al-Khwarizmi algorithms for life. Principle 1. Define the problem clearly.
Know your X. Before solving, figure out exactly what you're trying to solve. What is the goal? What are the knowns and unknowns? Clear definition prevents wasted effort. Do not just start calculating randomly.
Define before solving. 2. Develop step-by-step procedures, algorithms.
Think like a coder. Break complex tasks into clear, logical, repeatable steps. Algorithms bring order, reduce errors, and make things teachable. It is how stuff gets done consistently.
Create clear steps. 3. Master foundational tools.
Know your basics. Al-Khwarizmi leveraged the power of Hindu numerals and Greek geometry. The lesson. Master the fundamental tools and principles of your field. Strong basics let you tackle complexity. Do not skip the tutorials.
Master the basics. 4. Synthesize diverse knowledge.
Connect the dots. He blended Greek, Indian, and Persian ideas. The principle. Look for insights at the intersections of different fields or cultures. Innovation often happens when you combine existing ideas in new ways. Be a knowledge DJ.
Be a knowledge DJ. I love it. 4 great principles. And knowing where algebra and algorithm came from, that is the ultimate party trivia.
Seriously, Al-Khwarizmi, the Persian scholar in Baghdad's House of Wisdom who gave us the language of algebra, the power of algorithms, and helped spread the number system we use every single day. What a legacy!
He truly provided the tools that unlocked centuries of progress in math, science, and technology. He made math doable for so many more people.
Wow. He reminds us of the power of clear thinking, systematic procedures, and building bridges between different worlds of knowledge. It wasn't just about the abstract, but about making it work in the real world.
So, next time you solve for X, or follow a recipe, or even just use your phone, maybe give a little nod to Al-Khwarizmi?
Definitely. What problem in your life needs a clearer definition or a better algorithm? Thanks for joining us on Orcajoy.
Yeah, hope you enjoyed this calculation. Subscribe, follow, tell your smartest friend.
Until next time, may your procedures be logical.
See you next time. Oh, come on. Al-Khwarizmi's algebra wasn't for equations. It was for fixing bad haircuts. The original restoration project.
Ugh. So, algebra is just advanced cosmetology? Explains why my hair always feels unbalanced.
Exactly. Need to calculate the optimal angle for bangs using quadratic equations. Talk soon.
I am out. May your bangs be algebraically perfect.